A gangster's son is murdered during a safe house robbery. He goes to find the killers by becoming a worker in the safe house. Can he adjust to his new life? Let's see in the rest of the video to find out. The movie starts and we see two middle-aged men driving a truck from a money safe house company named Fortico. They get under a bridge and are stopped by some construction workers. The construction workers turn out to be armed robbers. The robbers leave a grenade in the car which blinds the drivers. One robber parks the bags of money out and we see some of them firing their guns. The scene moves to a man named Patrick Hill. He is interviewed by his manager and he is commended for good work ethics in his previous job. A man named Bullet come and take Hill away. Bullet is in charge of training new recruits. Hill is seen doing exercises and driving lessons. He is taken to the locker room and is introduced to his colleagues. A guy named Dave seems not to like him. Hill is given a gun and some documents to sign. The trio are seen in a money truck. Dave tells a story of how two of colleagues were murdered when they were moving some money. They deliver the money and get back in the truck. They go back to their base and we see the other colleagues checking out with their cards. Hill stands there for some time before placing his card on the machine. All of them are seen in the bar. One guy named John is dared by his friends to anger Hill. Hill just gives him money for a drink and sends him on his way. Hill and his team go to drop money at a location. They drop Bullet to give out the money. Bullet takes too long and Dave calls him. He gets a response from robbers that have kidnapped Bullet. They require the remaining money and Dave gets nervous. Dave wants to drive away but Hill stops him. Hill asks Dave to drive and Dave does so. They get to the location of the robbers. We see Bullet with a bleeding ear and a gun pointed at him. Hill starts to drop the money in the truck and he intentionally throws one on the ground. The driver of the robbers come out to take the money and tells Hill to place the money in the car next time. Hill shoots the driver and his partner. He turns around and kills two more robbers. One robber runs away. Hill catches up to him and shoots the robber in the head. We see Hill called into his boss's office. The FBI agents talk to him to investigate the incident. The agents show a footage of the robbery in the first scene. They ask if he sees a connection with the recent event. Hill denies any connection and he leaves. The FBI are seen talking to their boss about Hill. Hill's boss congratulates him and sends him away. He goes to meet his colleagues and they cheer him on. The female amongst them calls Hill for a drink. Both of them are seen in the bed. Hill wakes her up and tells her to meet him in the living room. Hill brings out some money he found in her house and asks her about it. She says it's her savings and Hill shoots the furniture. This shakes her as she begins to tell how she stole the money. Hill, not getting the answers he wants, leaves her. He gets to his house. A female brings him some files and he takes them. Some time later, Hill and Bullet are the only ones delivering the money. Robbers attack them and throw tear gas in their car. The robbers asks them to get down. Bullet gets down and so does Hill. Hill removes his handkerchief from his mouth and the robbers get scared. They take their rides and move away. They get to the station and manager is shocked to hear the story. The main boss just congratulates Hill and send him away. The scene takes us to 5 months ago. We see Hill with his son. Hill's men call him to help them with the lookout. Hill tells them that he is with his son. They assure him that the mission is absolutely safe. He takes his son and they drive. They reach a bridge and Hill leaves the car to get some food. Hill stands by the food and looks at the route the money truck will take. Some robbers from a construction car attack the truck and takes Hill's son as hostage. Hill hears gunshots and go to his son. He sees his son dead on the ground and the robber shoots him. Hill looks at the robber intensely until he blacks out. He wakes up on the hospital bed. He leaves to meet the FBI agent and collects names. He meets with his men. They go out to find the killer. They kidnap a black man and torture him for information. He only gives out the information after his girlfriend was about to be beaten. Hill and his men go to attack a group that uses underage girls for porn. They realize that they are not the guys that killed his son. Hill kills the men and frees the girls. They also give the girls some money. The right-hand man of Hill goes to him and asks that Hill takes some time off. Hill agrees. He fakes his name to Patrick Hill with the help of a lady. Hill goes to Fortico to get a job. Here, we come to realize that Hill joined the agency to find the killer of his son. The main killers are also seen robbing a house. They plan and rob a different safe house of their money. In the present day, we see the same robbers planning to steal money from Fortico headquarters. It turns out that Bullet is a colleague of the robbers. He is seen in a car with Hill. Bullet tells Hill about the robbers and how they plan to steal money from Fortico. Bullet thinks he has convinced Hill, not knowing that Hill is just using him to find the killer of his son. They meet the robbers with their face covered. Two of them get into the truck. Bullet drives them into Fortico. They come outside while taking Bullet hostage. They ask the storage keepers to open the gate, but they press the alarm instead. Two Fortico colleagues go into a truck. The truck closes, which keeps them safe from the robbers. The storage keepers take their firearms and a shootout begins. Due to the bulletproof vest of the robbers, the storage keepers are killed. One robber comes by Hill. Hill strangles the robber, killing him in the process. He takes the robber's uniform. He meets another robber and makes him take off his mask. He shoots the robber. Another robber shoots at Dave and the manager. Hill comes and a hand-to-hand combat starts. Hill manages to kill the robber with a knife to his neck. Hill places a phone in one of the money bags. The combined effort of Dave and Hill helps in killing another robber and seriously wounding their leader on the neck. Bullet pretends to help. He shoots the colleague girl and the male colleague. He tricks Dave to come out. He then shoots Dave and kills Hill in the process. Bullet and two of the robbers manage to escape. They get to the place, they change vehicles. The leader tries to kill the other named Jan. Jan stabs his leader and leaves. He's seen with Bullet. Jan shoots Bullet in the throat, killing him. We see Jan in his home. He hears a phone ring and checks the bag. He sees Hill behind him. Hill shoots his liver, spine, and heart, as they were the places his son was shot. Hill leaves the apartment, giving the FBI agent the go-ahead. Hill enters his car and he drives away. The moral of the story is that, no matter how small the risks are, never put your family in a dangerous situation.